Uh, Along with that, he is a member of Quality Assurance Cell of AP Higher Education Board. He is promoting entrepreneurship for a long time and invested in many startups in Tirupati and creating awareness of quality and activity-based learning as a QAC member across AP. I would request sir to please carry forward the session.
Thank you, Uday. Very good evening, everyone, and I really thank, yeah, I really thank the management of IM Kashpur and the ECell team for my knowledge to you guys. And let me introduce myself before I start sharing my screen. Very sorry. It's yeah, I'm almost there. Is this visible, Uday?
No, sir.
Just a now.
Yes, sir.
Just a second.
It's visible, sir.
Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
There's a small technical issue. I'm just getting the original PPT file. Don't know. Just give me 1 minute. Can I? Yeah. I will relog in.
So now the PPT is.
Exactly. Yeah. Got it. Finally. Sorry, guys. Very good evening again. Yeah. Let me introduce myself. This is Praneet Swaroop, and I am heading a group of institutions called CCOM in Tirupati, which is located in Andhra Pradesh. And I'm also the director of one private limited company, which is named the Chapter One Multi Solutions Private Limited. And another one more important thing is I'm also the member of a quality assurance cell of Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education. Tirupati, sorry, on my experiences and knowledge regarding the entrepreneurship. And sorry for my bad technical knowledge. I am a little bad at technical things. Let's go into the detail now. Yeah. I request everyone in the session today to think like an entrepreneur for some time, so that today I'd like to share you some experiences regarding the entrepreneurship. So the rest of the meeting which you're attending, I want you guys to feel like an entrepreneur. I don't want to take much of your time regarding the meaning and definition kind of a thing, but I just wanted to brief what is entrepreneurship means. As everyone know, as you're studying in one of the biggest institution in the country, I doesn't want to take much of the time in taking meaning and definitions. But entrepreneurship is nothing but we have a lot of career options, right? Doing job is a career option, and like that, we have one more beautiful career option is like starting your own business, starting your own enterprise. Yes, that is nothing but entrepreneurship. See, entrepreneurship is nothing but taking a risk of starting a huge new enterprise of your own. Yeah, and this is the regular definition. It's like the modern definition tells us it's not just the risk of starting a new enterprise, but it's a very big process of discovery. It's about evaluation of the markets, and it's about exploitation of the opportunities. Very beautiful point is it opportunities and its exploitation combinedly is entrepreneurship now. And finally, the person who is taking the risk of the entrepreneurship is an entrepreneur, and his behavior also will combinedly tells you the definition and meaning of entrepreneurship. Yes. Next slide. Yeah. Talking about the characteristics of entrepreneur, you can see whatever is in the slide. Like the entrepreneur is a person who should be confident enough compared to an employee. Employee is different from an entrepreneur, guys. And employee is a person who works from the morning till the evening, and he has some fixed set of works, right? But entrepreneur is a different person. He should be a risk taker. I have already told you in the definition itself, like entrepreneurship means what? Entrepreneurship is the risk of starting a new enterprise. It's a risk. Yes, it definitely is. There is a huge risk involved starting a new enterprise, because we may end up in taking the losses, which is the biggest fear of everyone. And as we all know, we should be confident enough to start a new business. And you should be aware that every business you land up in, every business you start up with, there will be definitely lots and lots of competition. So because in all the fields, in all the whatever the business you're going to plan, there will be huge competition, and you should be competitive. You should be competitive in this era, that every step you take should be a competitive thing to compare to the other business also. And you should be highly motivated every single day, because you will be having some good days and bad days, and the bad days you should have, guys, is you should be flexible enough. I know people who are studying, and I am very flexible. I understand you will be working day and nights for your projects and stuff, and you're the perfect persons. You should have the thought of an entrepreneur, definitely, because entrepreneurial timings are completely different. It's not like an employment, guys. It's not like a fixed time. So there is one famous saying, say that initially it will be very hard for the entrepreneur to start up the business with, because you should be working day and night all the time, and after some days you'll be adjusted to it. That's a joke actually, but jokes apart, you should be very flexible, guys, because I guess you know what I mean about SWOT analysis. You should know your strengths You should know your weakness. You should know trustworthy guys. You should have your values, humanitarian values, and whatever. Even though you should be commercial, you should have some values also, so that your team should trust you. And finally, as every entrepreneur should have, you should be a problem solver and should be innovative. I'll talk about this innovation very soon, because which is a very big thing in the present, which the present entrepreneur should possess. Comparatively, when compared with other features, the most important feature I feel, because I am already dealing two businesses right now, I feel you should be innovative, guys. Whatever work you do, whatever process you do, whatever whichever employee you take, so every step you do should be very innovative when compared with others. This is the most important thing which I feel in this modern entrepreneurship should have. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics you should have if you really want to become an entrepreneur. And I'll let you know some of the common types of entrepreneurship. Uh, these are the list of some of the types of entrepreneurships, and the famous entrepreneurships. You have innovative entrepreneurship, which I have told you already. Which should this present type of entrepreneur. These innovative entrepreneurs are called the market leaders nowadays, because when they compared with other forms of business organizations, these forms of business organizations are completely running in a new way. You might take it as a process, or you might take it as a product, new type of product, a new type of process, whatever kind of a thing. So these are some of the entrepreneurships which are I just brief some entrepreneurships, like small business entrepreneurship, are the sole trading ones. Sole trading ones, right? There'll be only one owner with that, and it is a small business. It's a small business, like a provision store, like a saloon, kind of a thing. I'm just giving some examples. Scalable startup entrepreneurships are the ones. Generally, these scalable startup entrepreneurship are technical entrepreneurs, because these type of entrepreneurs have high aim, and the risk is also high, and the returns is also high. The best examples of this startups will be like the Facebook, Twitter, kind of a thing. And the entrepreneurship is like starting a new entrepreneur within your organization. Like we have some famous companies who start another business within the organization. It's like DreamWorks. I think everyone heard about this DreamWorks company organization, which gives some beautiful animation movies like Madagascar, etc. And what happens? They also have another other entrepreneurship, like they also have classes on script writing. So what happens here? Another entrepreneurship in our own company is nothing but entrepreneurship. Large company entrepreneurships are very big companies who aim for huge profits. Imitative entrepreneurship are nothing but those who are successful in already, nothing but imitative entrepreneur. And these are some of the other entrepreneurships we just if we have. Just a second. Yeah, I have listed some of the successful entrepreneurs as well. The next slide. I think they're very pretty famous entrepreneurs, and Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, Katrina Feek, and Ariana, who are very famous entrepreneurships in their own field. These are our techies who have very successful entrepreneurs, and there are several entrepreneurs as well. Even in our country, they are very good entrepreneurs as well. I just listed out some of the famous entrepreneurs just for your reference, kind of thing. Yes, we'll go on. Can you just scroll it down? Yeah, thank you. And coming to the very important discussion of today's, and I want everyone to understand the stages of your entrepreneurship development. Those who are having dreams of becoming an entrepreneur, these are the very important stages of entrepreneur. The first stage, as as everyone knows, we should have a business idea, and we should find our opportunities around you which you have, and select the opportunities which suits you. And finding a business idea is the key point, because the entire business which you're going to develop depends on your business idea. And not just getting a business idea alone fetches you a big company, guys. You should have a beautiful and wonderful team around you, because it's the team and you. It's not like I should do it. It's like we should do it. It's always we should do it for a successful entrepreneurship, guys. And you create a business plan. You create a wonderful business plan, guys, because based on your business plan, if it is a huge company, you have to raise capital, guys. You have to approach some private investors also. The private investors, if you want to approach, you should have your wonderful business plan ready with you. And there are some investors like business angels and venture capitalists who are going to invest in your business. Those are called private investors, which we are going to discuss in this workshop today. And I want you to write a wonderful business plan. So it's a very big discussion again, writing a business plan, but still your business plan should be very attractive, so that it should raise some good amount of capital, because raising capital is into again different kinds. If it is a small amount of funds, you can arrange from your own, or you can approach very other sources like getting bank loans and other kind of a thing. Or if it is a huge sum, you have to approach private investors, as I already told you. And after you got your funds, resources which you got, now it's time to launch your business. And launching business is the biggest thing in your life. And once you launch your business, the next step will be growing your business. Growing might be in again into different kinds. See, initially you have to survive in the business. So what is the survival point? I have to talk about the survival point now. What is the survival point? I always feel my survival point is my break-even point. So once the investment gets the whatever the invested amount is returned back, that's the survival point. And what is growth? What is growth is again divided into two types for me. Growth is like getting new branches of your business, or diversifying your business. I guess you know what I meant by diversifying. It's like entering into a new complete product line, which is diversification. It's like growth in terms getting profits is growth for one for some people, and for me it's like growth is not just getting profit. Diversifying my brand, like stretching my brand throughout the country, maybe throughout the world. We never know. We never know. We might start our business. We should have, our business might have the capacity to run throughout the world. So growth in terms, it may be in several terms. And last thing, exiting your business might be you might sell some of your what stake to some other persons for some profits, or you might raise capital through that also. So these are the very important stages of entrepreneurship development. And now I'm going to list you very important barriers of entrepreneurship. These are some of the points where people people stop becoming an entrepreneur. They might think that, okay, so this is not my kind of a thing. Maybe I'll go for a employment. So these are some of the barriers. Like first thing, as usual, there'll be a biggest problem in finance. So that's why I already told you, because raising funds is the biggest thing here. So raising funds may be of different type. You might not have money. You might have a beautiful business plan that will definitely fetch you money, guys. There are a lot of business angels and investors who wants to private investors who wants to invest in a very good business idea. So you should not have that fear to be a success. Every business will not be a success, but still you have to make sure your business is successful. And you should some business people might not have a very good strategic plan in place. And a very important other issue, I already told you, you should have a very beautiful team, very beautiful human resources. These are some of the points. You might be lacking some market experience, and you might be lacking some rules and regulations of the market, and you might be having. So some people doesn't want to take use risk, and these are some people doesn't might have some practical knowledge or some technical issues as well. These are some of the barriers of entrepreneurship, guys. If you really want to get into entrepreneurship, make sure you clear all your barriers. Okay, we'll move ahead. This is a very interesting point out of my all discussion today. There is a slight and minute gap between owner or manager and entrepreneurs. So everyone thinks that owners are nothing but entrepreneurs. No, owners are the person who this is. I'll just tell one minute difference, because owner is a person who always takes a measured risk. Measured risk in the sense calculated risk. They will not go out of the box. But entrepreneur is a person who has the big vision, and they should be willing to take high risk, because every day is uncertain, guys. We should be willing to take very, very high risk. Otherwise, will remain as an owner but not as an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs are the people who drives the economy now, not the owners. Owners are also equal to entrepreneurs, but there is a slight and minute difference between an owner and entrepreneurs. I want you guys to become entrepreneurs, not owners, because you should have the ability to take high risk. So if you want to take high risk, you should have the complete knowledge about the market, and you should be proactive, and you should be very confident enough, and you should be working very hard. Very, very important characteristic for an entrepreneur also. Okay. Yes. Another sorry, another set of characteristics and competencies of an entrepreneur, guys. We have divided into four attributes. If you can see, entrepreneurial management behavior, technical skills, personal attributes, and management competencies. You should have all this set, guys, to become an entrepreneur. I've already told you should cross all the barriers. You should have all the characteristics, and you should be competent enough to become an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur, living entrepreneur's life is not easy. Every single day you should be, because take my life also. I am running education institutions, and I am also running a private limited technical startup. So my education institutions is like it will be very challenging every day, because new institutions keep coming, and government will be changing the like huge policies every time. I should be on the toes. By God's grace, we are the top institute in and around our district, and we should always be seeking for a new thing. And I should always want my customers, like my students, to be satisfied about the college. So that is my market, actually. That is my market. Okay, and I feel I have a wonderful team of staff also, and I'm a person who also have huge networking, guys. So wherever I go, I feel that I should have that networking, so that which might be helpful for me at any time. Okay, and these are the some of the attributes and competencies an ideal entrepreneur should possess. And please make note of everything, because each and every point which is mentioned here is very, very important for an entrepreneur. And here is a famous example. And I guess you know this guy very well. He's Richard Branson, who is head of Virgin Group. He's a person who always looks for an opportunities all the time. And very interesting point is ideas will just come like out of the blue. And if you should have a idea, market, research the market, and if you feel it will definitely click. Okay. Next point, next slide. Yes. As I already told you, entrepreneurs are the key catalysts in economic transformation, because an owner using factors of production or the resources which we have is completely different with an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur will definitely use his team or use his resources in a very commercial way, or he exploits it very, very well. Entrepreneurs are the person who is very important for the economy compared to the owners, because they give greater productivity, and the output value is completely different when compared to the others, guys, because they use the resources very well. They
Hello, audience. Due to bad network, the guest has been disconnected. So wait for a few more minutes. Once he connected back, we will continue the session. Sir, can you hear me? Sir,
Hello.
you can continue with the session, sir. If you are
I'm just waiting for the screen sharing, guys. That's why.
sir, can you try now?
Yeah, I'll try. Why you? Yes. Is this opportunity, finding an opportunity easy, and you should understand this, is this opportunity suits you? And all these 7 tests, if you pass these 7 tests and you are ready for this entrepreneurship, guys, and make sure that I already told you about the team, because can I recruit and lead the team needed for the exploit this opportunity? And if you found an opportunity, and you have to make sure that for this opportunity, can I take a team and can I lead the team? Okay. And or the resources shorten the odds on success, because you need a lot of investment, guys, for the business. If you're investing more and you're getting less odds, it doesn't make sense, right? And is the timing of the opportunity, right? Very, very important. There will be timing for each and every business. You have to make sure that you are hitting the right eye. So because you have to also check, why now? Why should I start this business now? Or is there any other time also? And this does this opportunity constitute as a scalable business? Yes, very important point, because this opportunity is that a very normal opportunity, or it might be a scalable opportunity, like it might go to a big thing in the future. And does this opportunity offer good margin potential as well? Because finally, if you are doing a business, ultimately profits is the key, and you should make sure that you're getting good profits out of the business. And last point, last step you have to make is, am I developing an opportunity or just simply an idea? Is very, very important. Everyone, every person in the context will get a lot of ideas, and you have to make sure whether you got an idea, or whether it was an opportunity as well. Okay. And make sure all these 7 tests you pass before you want to become an entrepreneur, guys. Yes, Uday, please go ahead. And as already told you about the business plan, everyone who wants to become an entrepreneur, you should also know what is the business plan, because this is the business plan which gets you resources or funds which a business is definitely needs. Go ahead, Uday. Yes. This is the very important slide regarding the business plan. And you should understand, where is your company now? Did you already started your company, or you want to start a new one? And what is your product or service? And what is your market? What is your market, and who will reach the market? What type of customers are reaching the market? and who will you be competing against, and who are your competitors, like kind of a thing, and how will your product be produced and your production process, and who are the people, and who is your team? You are the people in the sense, who is your team, and what is your financial projections? This is a very, very important point in a business proposal, guys. If you project well, you should be projecting in a realistic way, because you cannot tell blindly that I'm going to get 10 crores profit in a year span of time. You should not go like that, because you should be in a very realistic way, and your financial projections only is the key point in a business plan, which fetches you good amount of resources, guys. And how much money you need based on the financial projections. For example, if you need 1 crore, and how much stake you're getting from our own funds, and how much money you want from the private investors, like with the business angels kind of a thing, and what are the risks of your business. It should be a very complete, detailed project report, DPR, about your business which you are going, and you should make sure all these 10 points are covered in your business plan to attract the investors. Yes. And this is very important facts. Finally, we should agree the facts, and 75% of the business plans will get no more than a cursory glance, 20 minutes at the very best. And 20% might get a second reading. And 10% of your business plans get to the stage of serious due diligence, and last 1%, only 1%, guys, this would understand this point, only 1% will attract funding from a venture capitalist or a business angel. So you should understand how beautiful, how structural your business plan should be to get all this private investors interested in your business. So you should, I sincerely feel and sincerely hope you will be in that 1%, preparing a very good business plan, attracting private investors into it. Yes. And just a brief introduction about business angels, which I was talking. Business angels are also called as private investors, and these are the one which doesn't have any family connections, because if you get sources from the family connections, it will be your own funds. So it will be your other private individuals which you don't have any connection, which are looking for an investment, because they might not be active in the business. They might have some good financial resources. They just want to invest in the business. So for them, it will be a very good platform if your business proposal, which is a good business proposal, definitely attracts these business angels as well. Yes. The other investor, very good investor, is a venture capitalist. And the major difference between a business angel and a venture capitalist is the amount of money they invest. So generally, venture capitalists invest in huge business firms, and business angels also invest in some good business firm. But comparatively, venture capitalists are the persons who invests in some big, large firms. So there will be one common question for everyone, like, where can we find this business angels and venture capitalists? There are a lot of business angels and venture capitalists outside our, in our country as well. And we have a slide also how to look for this business angels and kind of a thing. Let's move on. And this is a generalized differences between venture capitalists and business angels. You can see the size of the formal and informal venture capitalists and business angels. And this will be the very important slide regarding venture capitalists and business angels. I hope you understand the point that this is the major difference, as I told you, is venture capitalists and business angels is nothing but the size of the business firm which are going to invest. Yes. Very, very important point now. It's like how to find a business angel. Yeah. There are some very important, interesting points. You should search locally rather than going out of your and you should look among the well-off, not the millionaires. Yes, very good point. So the all the millionaires will not be interested in your business, guys. You should look for some well-off people around you, and seek referrals from your accountants, business associates, rather than looking for some well-off kind of things. And And these are some of the points. Join networking organizations, check with venture capitalists, look for those entrepreneurs who have built up and sold a successful business in the similar area. Very important points where you can find some business angels around you who can invest good amount of money in your business, guys. Yes. There are some beautiful schemes by the governments also you should look up for. I listed some of the schemes here in the presentation, but I wanted to talk about two schemes which we have in our states like Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Wonderful initiative by the Telangana government is like T-Hub, Telangana Hub, where any business where we can find everything, right from the resources and right from the business angels, right from the venture capitalists, and right from the even for the space for our business also will be provided by the government if they find your idea is very good. In Andhra, we have an organization called AP Innovative Society, where they are going to invite our business ideas and they are going to listen our business ideas. If it works out, definitely the government is going to invest in this. So, like that, several governments have startup like different schemes. Even our central government have a very good scheme like Startup India and Mugda. We have several schemes, and I insist all our beautiful aspirant students to look after your schemes also, because definitely some of the other scheme might help you in starting up a business venture. Yeah, go ahead, Uday. And some of the schemes are there. I have listed some of the schemes. I already explained Startup, Stand Up India, Mudra, and other schemes also. These are some of the schemes which are led by central government and some schemes by state governments as well. And for me, T-Hub by the Telangana government is the beautiful initiative taken by the government. And these are some of the schemes. And I hope I've summed up my entire, yeah, go ahead, Uday. My entire presentation was to actually, with this technical issues, I have not expressed myself very well, but you have to understand my entire presentation was to understand the importance of entrepreneurship, guys. See, career in entrepreneurs is very beautiful. You can give employment to other persons as well, which I'm doing now. I am at the age of 34 and I have somewhere around 100 employees with me now. And another one more important thing is like you'll be having very challenging life, guys. Trust me, it will be very challenging, and you can enjoy your success all the time, because being an employee is completely different from being an entrepreneur, which I wanted to tell you today. Some important points I've made today is like the stages of an entrepreneur, the features you should possess for becoming an entrepreneur, and how can we find business angels, and how can you find venture capitalists. Some of the points which I've covered today. Now, it's time for you to ask me some questions, and excuse me for all these technical glitches, and you can go ahead with your questions, so that it's time for us to have some actual discussion on entrepreneurship. Yes. Anyone who wants to ask me something, you can please go ahead.
So,
yes, please.
So I have a question that you said that you are having you're managing a financial, educational institution as well as a private company. How
Yes.
Both are different from each other, and what are the different challenges in managing educational institution and the private
Yes.
institution?
Excellent. Can I know your name? Hello. Yeah, I'll go ahead. That's a wonderful question actually. Personally, that is the challenge actually I'm facing every single day. This is a beautifully related question for me. See, guys, managing an educational institution and managing a private limited company is completely different, because the challenges were completely different. But still, it's the interest which you have, because I always want to diversify myself. The only challenge is like managing time is the only challenge. The biggest challenge is like allotting time for each business. So what I'll do is I'll fix my time for my company, and I'll fix my time for my college as well, for my institutions as well, so that in this particular time which I fix for my company. I'll make sure that I finish off my regular reviews every single day, and in the particular time which I fix for my college, I make sure that I schedule a lot of meetings with my team, and I finish the task every day. It's like I always I always keep my challenges. I always keep my targets for every week or every 3 days. So I'll make sure that I am achieving the targets and moving ahead to the business. And that's a very good question. It's like managing time is the very difficult point, and I hope I am doing well right away. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, sir.
Anything else, guys?
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
So my question is, you have studied from one of the famous university in London.
Yeah.
But why you opted for entrepreneurship rather than doing job in some MNC? What is your motivation for?
Yeah, Uday, thank you. I have to tell you guys, I've done my master's in international management from UK, and my specialization was entrepreneurship and innovation. So initially, I was completely into entrepreneurship only. I just wanted to take over my family business and start entrepreneurship. But still, there will be one. I just wanted to answer your question, Uday. My usual thing is like I just don't want to get into employment because I like being challenged myself every single day. I don't feel like employment is challenging all the time, and I just wanted to be in entrepreneurship all the time since my childhood. So at the time when I was selecting my specialization, I was very clear I am into entrepreneurship and innovation only. Thanks. Anything else? I'm happy.
So I have answered.
Yes.
So you said that while proceeding our investors, so you gave some vague ideas. But what are the areas that we should showcase while we are going for investor? So when you are having a plan or idea, so what are the things that we should showcase to the investor so that he will believe in our idea and invest in us?
Yeah, I'll get to it. I feel that very important point is your market research, which will definitely attract the investor, that this guy has good knowledge about the business, what he wants to do. So market research is one of the important point where you have to make sure that in your business plan, you have to show that who are your customers. You have done your segmentation already. You have done your market research already. And your business plan should project in such a way that you're projecting your business very well. Like these are our customers. Say, like recently, Nike has released one shoe which is completely aimed at 16 to 25 years of girls. So I don't know. I'm not completely aware of the product. See, the company is well aware that which customers they want to target. Like your business also, which before you project your business to the investors, you should be very clear, and they will definitely see that you have enough knowledge about your product which you are going to do that. Knowledge, and second thing is obviously the financial things, the monetary things which you show, all the projections, all the future benefits you're going to get with this product. And definitely these 2 points are very, very important, guys. If you are getting ready with your business plan, so 2 things. One is the market research and the knowledge about the product, and the last thing, the last thing is your financial projections. I hope I answered your question, and I've got one more question in the chat box. What do you think was the biggest challenge that you faced during your career of an entrepreneur? Biggest challenge is the initial time. Getting used to this entrepreneurship is completely different when being an employer is completely different, and getting used is entrepreneurship, because we should not see the timings, because my work starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and I might be working till 10 o'clock in the evening also. All my employees will go by the 5 o'clock in the evening, but still I'll be working. So getting used to all these challenges, because some other time your best employee will tell that, sir, I'm moving out of the company, I got a better opportunity. So all these challenges, guys, all these are very big challenge, because you alone cannot be successful in any kind of a business. So you should attract the business, guys. I feel managing your team should be your very important characteristic, because you alone cannot do managing your team. Like you should not you should not be very harsh to your employees, but still you should be able to get the things done from your employees as well. So you should manage all the things parallelly. So I feel initial times of your entrepreneurship will be very difficult. Once you get through this survival stage and once you get through this growth stage, you will start enjoying the fruits, guys. Definitely. Yeah. I hope I answered that question as well. Anything else?
Guys, if you have any other questions, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Vinod.
So if there is no other question, we can formally end this session. Chandra Aditya will give a vote of thanks to you.
Yeah. Before you guys give, I got one more question. Yeah. Tell me how you got into your private limited company. Could you please explain something about it? As I already told you guys, I just want to diversify myself into a new field, because I always want to see some new challenges all the time. So college field, I was educational institutions field. It's been like 10 years now, more than 10 years. And suddenly I want to diversify myself. So I just researched the market. I felt there is a lot of scope for digital marketing and other technical things. So I started one new private limited company into that. Yeah, that's the story of starting a new private limited company. Thanks for the question. And before you guys conclude, I sincerely thank the management of IIM Kashipur and the team of Entrepreneurship Cell for allowing me to share my knowledge. And please don't mind my bad technical knowledge. And I hope other than the technical issues, the presentation is decent. I am able to answer your questions and I'm able to share my knowledge, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone.
It was a great session, sir. Great session, sir. It's not technical errors that's happening day-to-day life in entrepreneurs. So it's a great session.
Yeah.
Okay. So we formally conclude this session. Thank you so much, sir, for the insightful session. The session was very helpful in understanding more about funding, angel investment, and opportunity for early stage startups. This session gives the idea and motivation to be an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, how can we contribute to society and how we can grow as a personally and professionally. And the funding terminologies that we use not only increase our knowledge base, also of our audience also. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Thank you so much from the East. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks again. Bye.
Thank you.